Brace yourself, sports and music fans, because every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Arizona time is GO time. Introducing one of the hottest, most entertaining, and downright addictive podcasts you'll ever need. PD&J Was Good Today. Hosted by none other than J-Dub the King and Pocket. These two dynamic personalities will keep you on the edge of your seat with their unique blend of humor, storytelling, and knowledge of sports and entertainment. And you know what makes it even better? They're live on YouTube and Facebook, so you can join the conversation and be a part of the action. We're always on the lookout for awesome guests to join us on the show. So if you think you've got what it takes to hang out with J-Dub the King and Pocket, then slide into our inbox at J-Dub the King. That's JDUBBTHAKING. And let's make some magic together. So what are you waiting for? You don't want to miss a single episode. See you on Wednesday. Don't miss out on the exclusive limited edition You Gon' Know Me t-shirts. That's right, You Gon' Know Me t-shirts are now available. Be sure to reach out to J-Dub the King to secure your very own t-shirt today. You can contact J-Dub the King via social media at J-Dub the King or through email at jdubtheking@gmail.com. But that's not all. While you're at it, make sure to keep up the hype by streaming the hit single You Gon' Know Me by J-Dub the King featuring Yuckmouth and Drew on all major digital platforms. Let's keep the momentum going.
Going. There we go. What happened? Oh, snap. My bad. What's good, folks? What's good? Welcome. Brand new Wednesday of a brand new week. So you already know what that means. Brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I am your host, Jay.
Man, we're going to get this color thing fixed out. Because last week I was bright as a motherfucker. Now I look like a goddamn ghost.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
I look green. I look like I'm sick. Like, what the hell, dude? We'll get it right one of these weeks. Like, I look like I got the flu. Not the flu, the flu.
God help this man. You gonna introduce yourself?
I'm not here. If you look at the screen, I'm a ghost. So what the hell does it matter if I introduce myself or not?
Because
I'm here, but I'm not here, but I could be here.
But you're here.
Can y'all see me? Can you see this face?
You're so dark that they can't see you.
Bro, you're the one 1201.
You look like 1251.
I'd rather be 1251 than 1201.
Fuck out. You look like
because I can see the light.
Still look like you're 101.
You're one of one.
I'm one of them. You're absolutely right. I am. I show the fuck am. Salute. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody. Welcome to a brand new week, brand new episode. We gonna get just straight through with it. Pocket, what you got?
You would wait till I had you just worse than a damn person at a restaurant. Sitting there taking a drink. Hey, what you got? Is it food? How's the food? Can you come back when I got that in my mouth?
That's what she said.
No, she can you come now? So you come out. Oh my goodness. Hey, you know what, folks? It's been a week. What have y'all been up to? You know, there's been a lot of things going around with this.
Please clarify what you're talking about.
Oh.
Viral infection, bacterial infection, like what you got?
If you talking infections, what's going on in your mind?
I don't know. You said there's a lot going around. Like
that's exactly right. There's a lot going around. There's a lot of good, bad, indifferent people having their difference of opinions. We try not to stay political every week, but sometimes y'all we get pulled into it because of the stupid stuff that people want to believe or say.
So last week, I gotta say this disclaimer. I was just informed right before we went on air. Something I said last week, I had said something along the lines that the feds is watching us. I believe that's how you said it, right? I said something along that effects. Well, apparently we got a message from a Fed that said, no, we're not on the watch list, but I can tell you who's reporting you.
Who's reporting you? We can tell you.
So the Feds ain't watching, but the Fed is watching. Thank you.
So we say that to say,
thank you.
Whoever's reporting us,
thank
you. Very, very careful. Walk a thin line. That's all I'm going to say is walk a thin line.
That's funny.
But it is funny. So Feds aren't watching, but they are.
That's funny.
Well, it's one. It's one, but it's not everybody. So
thank you.
Thank you. We think.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Where's the foil hat?
I know, right?
I'm worried now,
dude. Talking about we ain't watching you, nigga. I'm popping out my house looking like, who the fuck is this?
Oh, I'm not watching you, but I'm watching you.
That part, like,
okay,
is that crazy or not?
It's funny because we can laugh about it because that's who we are. I mean, like we said before, if you're not getting any publicity, that's fine. But when you give us some publicity, be it good or bad, we appreciate it. As much as that sounds, no, I'm going to use that word.
Yeah, you can't because they watch. All right, so TV off. Anyway,
let's get into this. So, if y'all looked at the title, it said the big S word, not Superman. Segregation. That's a very tight rope to walk, isn't it? Well, if you think about how things are, I don't think it is a tight rope to walk. I really don't. Because put it like this. There's a video that was going around that I posted, I think as a reel on my social media, right? It was a reel that I posted on my page. Well, either way, that had somebody bring up the notion of black people talking about, oh my God, we're going backwards because he's signing a bill for segregation. Not dissecting the bill. That's the first thing. You see the word, but not look at the bill. Again, as we've said, what they said was, if you want to fool a black person, put it in writing because they ain't going to read. That's the saying. If you don't believe it, you can go look it up yourself. That is truly a saying. If you want, think about that. Now, in saying that, segregation, they're complaining about it. But when you look at it, how many people have heard at one point in time, hey, you know what? I want it's Black Twitter. So this is blacks only. Only black people can shop here. Only black people can come here. Isn't that segregation? I mean, for a long story short, isn't that a type of segregation? When you specifically point out only certain people can do this, only certain people can go this place, only certain people can wear this and do this, isn't that a type of segregation?
Well, how you put it?
Well, isn't that? I'm not a type. That is segregation.
Well, how you put it like that, as far as like only certain people. Didn't Tommy Hilfiger do that to us on Oprah when he said, "I didn't design my clothes to be worn by black people"?
Yeah, on Oprah.
He said that on Oprah
because he was in his feelings. But the thing is, and he was in his feelings. But who was his daughter? I think married to now.
I don't.
But she was dating a black man.
But isn't that based off your description? In that go falls on that realm. Okay. Here's my caveat to this, right? As much as when you come to America, you want to have the aspect and the mentality of equality, right? Especially as a black person, right? Let's just say that, right? The reality is this: all cultures typically segregate themselves from other cultures. Maybe not in the aspect of the monetary aspect, but when it comes to when you go to, and I hate to be the whole stereotype of it, but just as an example,
Chinatown, Little Italy.
Yeah, or you go to a goddamn 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? The motherfucker following you buy now, or you go. You see what I'm saying?
Because it's the corner store.
Exactly.
Just say the corner store. I'm sorry, y'all don't have them out here in Arizona. You from Arizona, y'all don't have a corner store. Just say that. But you say 7-Eleven, I thought you was going somewhere else. I really did. When you said, that's why I just turned my head. I was like, they watch. You better watch what you say because they watch what they not watching. What you watch? I can't even get it out. They not watching how you watching what you watching, but they watching. So you gotta watch what you say when you say it.
But you feel what I'm saying?
Don't say it.
Like, so it's like, yeah, okay, we do tend to want equality, but we are mentality brainwashed to segregate. When it comes to the Black culture, in my opinion, the reason why it's highlighted more is because we're the culture that puts each other down more than any other cultures that's out there.
They didn't hear you. You gotta repeat that. Probably say it slower because you got some people in the back that don't need to say it again.
What I said was, even though equality is the goal, there will never be equality because all cultures segregate themselves. However, when it comes to the Black culture, it's more highlighted because we are the ones that destroyed ourselves in front of the public.
I think
not behind closed doors, but in public.
I think they need an example, don't they? Now's the time? Right now?
Okay, so if you got a business, right, and I'm just going to say you cook food, right? I'm not going to say don't support them or whatever case may be, but when you deliver food, and let's just say it's a seafood boil bag.
Again,
and you deliver it in a Sheen motherfucking bag, that's a bad look. And then there's a reason why our people come after ourselves talking about this is the reason why I will never shop Black. This is the reason why I will never get my nails done by Kiki, but I'll go to Ling Ling's to get my nails done. This is the reason why I won't let Shanae lay a weave in. Like, come on, man. We got to stop doing it. You don't see that in any other culture. At least I have it. Mexicans, they'll just kill you. They won't deal with the bullshit. But as far as the Black culture, they'll be the first ones to go to social media and put another brother or sister down instead of hitting them private and be all like, look,
hey, this is what you could have did better. Or better yet, instead of doing what you did better. Hey, do you need a hand? Do you need help?
Hey, I like your business. And how can we help you expand? Because if they're on the west side and you live on the east side, how can we get this motherfucker on the east side?
Like,
you don't think about
food is banging, like, but the Sheen bag thing, just that wasn't. How about this? You ever thought about doing it this way? Like different things like that. Like, but no, what do? They do exactly. They go to social media. Let me tell you where not to shop. Let me tell you where not to eat.
This is the reason why I don't do business with black owned.
And that's what they start with. So guess what that does? Oh yeah, their views go up, but the whole time their views are going up, while the person's business is doing the exact opposite. And then why can't we get ahead? Because we're so busy stomping on each other. We're all so busy talking about, oh, you think you too good for this.
So you want to shop Black owned, you want to promote Black owned business, you want to do this, you want to do that. Well, stop putting yourselves down, stop killing each other, just stop. Show more unification. But the problem is because we've again been brainwashed to hate ourselves, to hate each other that looks like us. We go after what they got going on.
Well, I don't even think it's not brainwashed anymore. Remember? Because this is a woke society. We got that, right? It's not brainwashed, but they're woke. I don't know what they woke from. To me, they still sleep in a deep sleep. But the stupidity of the stupidity they make of the simplicity of that things could be.
Once our people understand and realize that we own this land, regardless of what's being publicized, regardless of what's being televised, regardless of what certain people in office are doing right now, when you understand that you stand apart and you separate yourself from the masses, that's when you become blessed. That's when you get enlightenment. You understand your purpose.
Actually, that's part of enlightenment. But the real enlightenment happens when you stop doing what we just talked about, and that's putting each other down.
But you got to get enlightenment to understand why not to do that. and how it affects what you're doing as of now. You understand what I'm saying? That's a part of enlightenment, because you're not going to change your ways unless you get enlightened on what you're doing wrong. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, you're trying to be nice about it until you get your head out of your own ass. You're talking about enlightened. That's where you can see the light, when you get your head out of your own ass and stop acting like your shit don't stink. Once you start doing that, and then you start opening your closed eyes, pull the wool off the sheep's eyes, so you can see what the hell's going on. Stop waiting for a handout.
See that right there for me.
Yep. We got hit with the Willie Lynch syndrome. Ooh, Trulu. Why are you doing that? You're dropping the knowledge that I don't think they want to hear right now, because I got a feeling some people. What?
I'm leaving that right there because I know people right now probably going to Google who Willie Lynch is. Like, come on. And that right there too. I'm gonna leave that right there. Being able to empathize with the next person.
Being able to empathize with the next person's position. Exactly. Like.
And that was honestly, that's what's happening right now with these so-called privileged folks. I'm not going to say privileged white folks, but the privileged folks.
Because it's not all white people.
Exactly. But the privileged folk that thought y'all were privileged, y'all are being humbled right now. You were never able to empathize. But now you want somebody to empathize
for you.
Okay.
So I think we let them sit alone. I wanted to get the actual definition, that way we weren't ad-libbing.
Okay.
For the Willie Lynch syndrome. It's devised to explain the psychological problems and disunity among Black people. Williams debunks the myth of Lynch's existence and urges careful analysis of history for understanding the impact of slavery and white supremacy on African Americans. What the hell? Why do I always do the go down the black hole? I'm not even going to read that. There are symptoms for this. All right, I'm not going.
No, we're not doing that.
I'm not doing.
No, not doing that. Stop, Pasha. Just stop.
Did you read that? I was like, what the hell?
No, not doing that.
How in the hell? How is it symptoms? How are those symptoms for that?
Sound like cancer to me, but anyway.
Oh, but stay right there. Say that again. Sounds like what?
Sounds like cancer to me.
But couldn't that be considered a cancer though? Psychological problems and disunity. That's cancer. But then
and you spread it.
It's been spreading for centuries. I don't know. Quite a few hundred years. How long have you been around?
I don't know how long you. I know how long I've been around. I ain't been around that long. You talk about hundreds of years, and I'm thinking, nah. Yeah. Well, if I look this good at 200 years old, I'll take it.
Well, they say black don't crack, but it sure do swell up.
God damn.
So I just let that alone.
Yeah, you should have, because now I can't get Martin and Gina out of my head.
Oh,
damn, did I say that out loud? My bad. Shit. I wasn't supposed to say that. My bad.
You know, it's pretty bad when you got people in wheelchairs that can't stand up for themselves and you doing stuff like that.
Hey. Hey. Look, I got a question for you.
Wait.
I got a question. Hold on. I got a question for you. So if Diddy fought an immigrant, is that Alien versus Predator?
See, y'all wrong. All of y'all are wrong. Oh my God. Oh my Jesus. Oh my God. Trulu came out. The Willie Lynch speech was supposedly given in 1712. Memory serves correctly. I think you did.
I'm still not that old. And if I was, goddamn, I look good.
I don't remember it, but
I wish I had a time machine. I would actually want to go back to see that shit.
I would.
No, I swear to God, I would. If I had the opportunity to go back in time, I would go back in time with the current threads looking all saucy but the only problem is my money wouldn't be right because my currency would say I would have to.
You take $2, you're rich.
Nah, nigga. I can't take a dollar bill that says minted in 1991, nigga. I can't do that shit.
Because remember, how are they gonna know it's fake or not? They don't have the system that we have. They ain't going.
They gonna see the year on that bitch.
They ain't gonna know what that is. They can't read, motherfucker. You're a millionaire today.
I'm gonna go to a cotton picking motherfucking slave owner and be all like, I'm gonna take your whole land. I want the deed to your land right now for $100.
You're nicer than me.
And I'm gonna lynch you.
You're nicer than me. You want? I'm gonna take. No, I'm not saying nothing.
I'm taking it.
Real people moving silence.
No,
real people moving silence.
Here's the reason why I want to say that I would tell him. Because I want him to prepare himself for that psychological terror. And then when he comes at me with them goddamn 1712 firearms, and I come to him with a 2025. It was good. What's good? Yeah, that part. Nigga, you dead. What you gonna do? He doing all that shit. All you gonna do is hear click, and then you gonna look up, be all like, how the fuck did he? Bow! Nigga, you gone. And that's after you signed the title.
But the whole thing is you're giving them a chance. Why give them a chance when they didn't give us any?
Because I want you to know.
See, that's the whole thing. I don't give a damn. We didn't know. If you want to go back to it, did they know that they were going to be taken from their homelands in Africa, beaten up by their own people, stolen from their own people, and shipped here? No, they didn't know that in the middle of the night.
Well, here's the problem. The average citizen in certain parts of America, you're absolutely right. The problem that I have with that, and here's what the historians have left out, was that there were certain royalty parts that agreed. Now, in theory, some people would say they agreed and got bamboozled, thinking that it was certain one type of arrangement, and it turned out to be another. But there was royalty that came and signed and agreed to having them slave traders, not known as slave traders at that time, to come up and take their people. That's the only problem of history that I have. They won't tell you that.
Again, like I said.
But they want to get rid of slavery out the classroom in entirety. Like you want to erase that period of history. You can't do that.
Here's my question. At what point did someone say we're removing slavery from the classroom?
There was a petition in the Chandler School District that was petitioning to have that. And the only reason why it did not go through, and the only reason why people voted against that, because if people know about Arizona is a big Chandler is a big Jewish community. And a lot of Jewish individuals felt like, well, if you're going to eliminate that from the history books, you're going to eliminate the Holocaust from the history books eventually. And they wasn't going for that. So it has been in the petition books as far as the state of Arizona on a federal level, as far as the DOE and all that. No, I don't know about that. But as far as here in Arizona-wise, in the city of Chandler, at the school district, that was on the ballot. They did have a what is it called, a PTSD meeting or whatever them type of meetings are, where they have a vote. A council meeting, yeah.
Now y'all wondering, like, why did I make him explain that? Because what happens, and this is a social media thing, somebody hears what he just said, and I'm just using this as an example. Then all of a sudden it starts going viral. Oh my God, they're removing slavery from all school books all across the nation. Where'd you get that from? Oh, I was watching so-and-so show and they said about this. Somebody goes and watch the show. Yeah, you said that, but you gave the reasoning behind why you said that. What am I bringing this up for? Because there's so much, when it comes to segregation, the law that's being, quote unquote, that's being repealed and being agreed upon repealed, it has nothing to do with black people.
It has to do with DEI.
And then DEI, and
DEI has nothing to do with the black people,
and DEI has nothing to do with handicapped people. Go look at it. The handicap law came out way before DEI, but people are talking about, well, DEI has everything to do with the handicap, everything to do with capable cap, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what they want to be called anymore. The little people, all of that. Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, Florida's another one apparently. State of Florida. Look at the curriculum they're releasing and they're spinning it. I actually saw that on what was it? MSNBC. They got a new curriculum that they're rolling out.
I thought they started that. No, that was Texas last year.
Yeah, last year, Texas.
Where they were talking about they put the KKK in the books.
Which I'm not in disagreement. We've always known about the KKK, and that's why I thought they were always in the history books.
And they weren't. And it's a mighty funny that Texas was the first state. Actually, Texas was the first state, but it was certain
things that's being talked about. Yeah, certain things being talked about, other things that's not. Okay, I understand that. But here's the thing. If you're going to throw in slavery, you want to throw in the Civil Rights Act. And that's the thing. You want to get rid of slavery, but you want to keep the Civil Rights Movement in the history books. Well, what caused the Civil Rights Movement? You understand what I'm saying? And then in between that, yeah, we dealt with the KKK and all that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you want to, come on, man. If you're an American, and if you're a proud American, you have no choice but to accept your damn history.
Be it good or bad. Be it good or bad. Because the whole thing is, everything has a past. And I say that because not everything from my past is golden. Not everything from your past is golden. For truly, anybody that's watching the show, not everybody's past is golden. But our past,
family secrets,
our past get
love
what?
Child's coming out you know what I mean? Everybody got
our past molded us, helped mold us to the people we are today. Be it good, bad, or indifferent. Does that mean, do we need to erase it? No. I talk about my past every now and then.
So I guess the reason why they want to eliminate slavery from the classroom, it's not just the stain, but if you think about it over the past years, what's been happening in certain cities and certain states? They've been tearing down statues.
Yeah, the
certain generals,
General Lee.
They renamed. They kept Fort Bragg, but they named it after something else.
Yeah,
instead of the General Bragg.
General Bragg.
You know what I mean? And so the whole thing about it, I guess a lot of people is feeling, well, if you're going to make that change for that, then you can make this change for that, so we can keep this.
Well, since we're getting rid of this, we're going to keep this, this, and this. But we're going to get rid of this that helped build the legacy towards that. Come on. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. It's a right way to do it, because it's not. I had to think the thought through, but it's not. There's no right way to you can't rewrite history. You can only add to it.
And when it comes to history, there's a saying: "There's nothing new under the sun."
But you know what? This right here, you know what I just said. I'm going back to what I said. I said we can't rewrite history, and right here it says, as the saying goes, history is usually written by the victors. Exactly. You can't rewrite it, but you can change the narrative of how it was spoken.
And that's what they did. And that's what they're trying to do now.
That was like I read that.
That's why they were waiting for the last Holocaust survivors to pass away.
So they can try to get over that.
So they can stop having to pay for that. You know what I mean?
So they think, but they don't know. It's like certain things get triggered when certain events happen in the world.
If you're in the Jewish community, I don't care if you're a survivor or if it's 100 years from now. Nobody's ever going to forget that within the Jewish community. So if you try to erase slavery from the history books based off a generation,
actually, let's say this as American slavery. I'm gonna tell you why I said that, but keep going.
Okay, American slavery, right? And I get what you're saying. Slavery was going on all throughout the world, right? Still is. But when it comes to American slavery, you want to erase that from the history books after generations. And when I talk about generations, yeah, on paper it was 456 years of legal slavery, but after that we dealt with thousands of years of slavery. Let's be real.
Actually, you know what? Now that you said that, you remember the couple that just got in trouble for adopting black kids?
Oh, I said that to you. Yeah, they adopted black. Hey, you adopted 2 black kids for slavery purposes and got sentenced to the max. When the mother got 146 years and the husband got 160 years.
So what? Let me help y'all. Let me explain to y'all how that works. So once they die and they come back, that sentence keeps going, and then that person died and they come back.
That means they grandkids is gonna suffer purgatory on earth.
Well, actually, they have no kids, right?
Oh, they didn't. So that means that when you come back on a different plane, the next plane is going to be torturous for you. And the plane after that, and the plane until you live out your sentence. Because what you did was diabolical. What you did was horrendous. What you did was...
Now, here's the inhumane part of me.
Put them in front of the fucking firing squad.
That is way
no. Let the parents do that. It's
still too easy. Let them serve in lives of servitude.
Oh, let them serve black people. Let them be slaves to black people.
There you go. And I mean, from the rooter to the tutor.
And I'm talking about a black country farmer.
I'm talking about the most blackest, countryest, backyardist person I know.
You getting up at 3:00 in the morning, milking goddamn cow, feeding the goddamn pigs. You doing everything. Cooking my food. You doing everything.
Cleaning my toilet. Matter of fact, you gonna brush my damn teeth and wipe my ass while you at it.
And your mouth is gonna be my toilet.
Oh, most definitely. And I'm gonna eat some beans up in the motherfucker. Some kidney beans, rice beans, black beans. I'm gonna look up beans. I'm gonna look up all kinds of beans. And I'm gonna give you some servitude. That's what they need. Yep. Until your time is exactly right. No, if you die in prison, your body remain there as a ward of the state until your time is up. Yep. And even then, from what if I understand it, you can help me out here, Trula, if I'm right or wrong. When it's something that's diabolical, that when they bury you, you don't get a stone with your name on it.
They don't do stones in prison anyway.
You don't get a stone. You don't get anything. You're just buried.
They'll bury your ass with a cross and your goddamn number.
And personally, they may not even get that because the state they're weird. I'm just saying. We don't know the state laws on that one. That state they're in, they may not even get that.
You gonna use?
It just goes to me. These kids are traumatized for the rest of their lives, no matter what.
And the thing about it, that's why I said these privileged folks are realizing that they ain't as privileged. You know what I mean? There's rich folks that deal with the underground.
I'm stuck on something. I'm sorry. Now, the thing that hasn't been talked about and looked at, how in the hell did they go unchecked for so goddamn long to adopt these kids? And I bring that up because I had a conversation at work today about how when same-sex couples adopt kids, the rigorous things they go through just to be able to adopt kids. So you mean tell me, even if they adopted the first one, there was no checkups being done? Because they were able to get a second one?
Oh, they hit it well until that 14-year-old came out.
But that's the problem.
That's the problem. Well. What do you think?
It wasn't hit well.
What do you think the rich folks that are on the underground, they got underground slaves working for them?
Here's the thing. Wait. You don't hit well. They didn't hide shit. They were in plain sight. They weren't hiding nothing. They were doing it and then got away with it. Because you know what? That's how flawed the system is. Think about all the drug addicts that are able to adopt kids or be foster parents for kids.
What is it saying? Devil always hides in plain sight.
But they weren't hiding. And when they say the devil's hiding in plain sight, that's because he's not hiding. Bingo. They're not even burning you a lot of times. They're just going to throw you in the freezer somewhere. End up being dog food.
Shut up.
Ooh, that's even better. No. I still say no. Servitude. No. Yeah, that's an easy life. That's an easy life.
No, I would honestly have servitude and have a fucking wild hog, wild pig. Hear me out. Like, I'm gonna have you serve knowing that you got a death date, but you don't know when your date is. Only I know. And I'm feeding you to the hogs. I'm gonna let the hogs eat you.
Actually, you know what I just thought about? What's even worse? So since they like to be racist, what part of the prison should they be in? I'll let y'all figure that one out. Since they like to be racist, what part of the prison should they be in? Oh boy, True. It took you, I'm gonna say 22 minutes to come with that. What it was, he says, I just got one question. Why every time we say equity, somebody else say oppression? What's up with that? Because of the color of your skin? Who's saying the equity? Equality. I know he says equity, but he's talking about equality.
Same goddamn thing.
Bingo. It is. It really is.
I got equity in my goddamn oppression. So I'm cashing out.
I put it this way.
I got equity. I'm gonna pick the right time to motherfucking cash out.
I'll put it to you this way. Those of you that like to live in a world that say, I'm not oppressed. Take yourself. I'm not going to mention where, and my wife will probably comment, because that's where I'm talking about, the situation we had. Take you back to 2013, 2014, where I was. And it's still that same way today. That little city, that town. Your wife know, you know. We've had the story. If you don't feel you're oppressed at all in your life, go there. And if you know anything about the history, if you want to know what I'm talking about, you can go on. My Facebook page is open. Go look at the pictures from 2013, 2014.
Damn,
and try and pick out what
to go through 10 years of your posts.
No, because I got it in a folder. I got folders, bro. If you really want to. Now, if you want to understand, go to that town and tell me you're still not oppressed.
I'm gonna tell them motherfuckers straight up.
Better yet, let's not do that. Let's go back to 2017. 8 years ago, for me and my family. Actually, the anniversary it was January, so I guess anniversary passed. I let it go. But actually, we can bring the video back. Like we can put it on our page so you can see. Talk about not being oppressed. Look at that video. 2019, wasn't it you in Vegas? 2020, Vegas. True, I know you had a situation as well. Now, oppression is real. It didn't start 12 years ago. It didn't start this year. It didn't start 8 years ago.
The only reason why there's oppression that's still going on today is because there's suppression. They're suppressing us.
Oh, wait.
And because they have the legal capability, supposedly the legal capability of suppressing us, the only way they can do that is by oppressing us. So by you oppress us, you depress us. If you depress us, guess what? We didn't got the motivation to fight back. Think about what I just said. Suppression, depression. Yeah.
Those of you that can't see it, I know you're probably driving. All we asked for was equal rights and equal treatment under law. That's right. That's truly all we asked for.
Suppression, oppression, depression. They all are cousins to another.
No, they're not cousins. They're more than cousins. They're cousins. They're kissing cousins.
And if you understand the lineage of that, then you can overcome that. And when you can overcome that, then you can tell me that you became woke. All this other bullshit, you just spitting,
so what,
spewing jargon that you hear on social media without knowing exactly what the fuck you talking about.
so to be woke, you had to be asleep at some time, right? No, right or wrong? To be woke, you had to be asleep at some time.
Yeah. So for people to say racism doesn't exist, for people to say it's slavery got overexploited, and come on, man.
And what's funny, I'm gonna take the ism off of race. I'm gonna say race relations. I'm gonna say suppression of religion, suppression of race, oppression of race, depression. Do I need to keep going? Of race. And there's another word out there that not gets correlated, but meaning over and over and over. It's thrown down your throat. So guess what? You start believing that, well, damn, maybe I ain't nothing. Maybe I can't get ahead.
Regression. We're regressing. We're not progressing. We're doing the same shit over. It's the prime definition of fucking insanity.
You're doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Well, what happened after the Freddie Gray and stuff? What you had?
No,
Black
go
Lives
back.
Matter.
Go back
BLM?
beyond that. What happened after Abraham Lincoln got assassinated for the Emancipation Proclamation? What happened with JFK in Dallas after he had a speech in regards to unifying the black culture with white America? What happened right after that with Martin Luther King, Dr. King? And then right before that, Malcolm X. How they dragged Farrakhan in the mud, how they dragged the honorable Elijah Muhammad through the mud, like all the shit that became facts.
Well, it was already facts. It was just the fact that
they tried to suppress it, to regress it, to oppress us, which depressed us. That's a sermon right there. I'm gonna stop. That's when you think about it like that, it really blows your mind. It really blows your mind.
Or even if you don't want to think about it like that, it still should blow your mind. Because you got the people that live in the dirty deed. What I mean by that, denial. Denial is not just a river in Africa.
And denial is not people in Mississippi talking about, oh, it was a time period in history. Y'all got over it. No, the fuck we haven't.
If we got over it, then we should be feeling the same way Jewish people. We should be united.
We should have money like Jewish people. We should have the clout and the stature of a Jewish person.
But what do we have? We have black people putting down other black people. We have black people putting down other races. We have black people segregating themselves from other people.
And why? Because media and propaganda has done so to keep us oppressed and suppressed.
You
want to get mad at the music videos? Stop being in them.
Stop being in them. Stop watching them. Stop listening to the music. You want to change that narrative. If you feel so bad about it, one, don't talk about it.
Black women being exploited and this, that, and the third. Black men can't get a...
Do you realize the more negative you put out there, the more people are going to do it?
The black culture is the most followed culture in the world. Fuck America, but in the world, everybody wants to be us. Everybody wants to dress like us, walk like us, talk like us. They get paid off of us. And we're stupid enough to sell our souls to them.
You got designers making stuff that shouldn't be reachable. But the minute a black person wears it, they know it's hot.
FUBU. FUBU, cult classic. Took out Carl Kanai. You know what I mean? Only lasted 5 years, and what the motherfuckers do? They stole it.
cleaned up.
They sold it instead of keeping that shit. I would have kept it.
You know what? I would have sold a minority part of it.
A minority, not majority. Minority, like maybe 20.
Because you know what?
No more than 20.
Because you know what? And this is gonna sound you're gonna probably agree with this, maybe not. I would have sold a minority because I'm tired of being a minority. I'm gonna be the majority, and you gonna have to answer to me, my friend.
Yep.
That's why I would sell a minority.
And
just so I can live over you.
And the reason why I brought up FUBU is because at the end of the day, if y'all know who LL Cool J is, and I know a lot of people know who LL, but before then, late 80s.
But before Hollywood LL.
Yeah,
before Hollywood.
Before Hollywood LL, the pioneer rapper. You know what I mean? Inspired me, and I'm from the West Coast, this nigga from New York. You know what I mean? Inspired me, so on and so forth. Dabbled in acting, ended up creating Violator. Well, not just creating, he partnered with Q-Tip and a couple other individuals. They created Violator Records. Around the time Violator Records came out, Diddy came out with the Sean John line, right? And he kind of piggybacked his Sean John line right after Tommy Hilfiger said what he said and did what he did. It was perfect timing for it, right?
Marketing was genius.
So what happened is Violator as a company ended up creating FUBU. All right. And FUBU stands for Us By Us. All right. Def Jam, Russell Simmons funded the first production line of FUBU. All right. What ended up happening, FUBU ended up making money, but when Violators started going down, owners and investors started pulling out of Violator Records, FUBU took a tank, so every last one of them sold. Reason why I explain it, because LL just recently did an interview and said he wished he would have kept his stakes in FUBU and not bought Q-Tip stakes, because Q-Tip was majority owner of FUBU. And I didn't know that. Russell Simmons had Kimora Lee help design FUBU gear. I didn't know that. Nigga, I still got FUBU shit in my closet.
I used to have, was it that and Carl and I with the letters across the back, get a nice pair of white K-Swiss.
Yep.
Oh, we're showing age right now.
Yeah, we
But you know what? Did them just like the original owner of the BET, they made them an offer that they couldn't refuse. Actually, no. Bob Johnson, the original owner of BET with Kathy Hughes, I think her name is, when she went to do TV One because of the split, she split from him because he was downplaying her for a black woman. He was literally overdoing everything she was doing. No matter what idea she came with, he took it and then put his own spin on like he did it. So then she created TV One. So BET, after TV One came out, it was two rival networks trying to get, and black people didn't know which one to go with. You could have did both, right? You could have did both. But what he ended up doing, he got a huge offer
from
MTV.
Viacom. No, not MTV, Viacom.
Well,
because Viacom is
owned by MTV.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, for that amount of money,
I
would have kept some.
He was looking to retire at that time anyway.
Because remember, he sold the Charlotte Bobcats to Jordan, and Jordan changed from, "We're not keeping your name." Like, I mean, that was honestly, I like that. I really, as much people that don't like Bob Johnson, I like that move. How he named the Charlotte basketball team after himself.
Well, because it was basically
because he was a cool cat.
He knew he was only going to have that team for about 2-3 years before he sold it, so it was a transitioning. But it's like the Phoenix Coyotes is now known as a Utah hockey club. They don't have a name, and the reason why is because you're going to see in the news within the next year or so.
Well, no, they've already been debating on what the name's going to be for next year because it was the move was done so slightly with an agreement, a handshake agreement under the table that Phoenix, you're going to get another team.
Yeah. And Matt Ishba, the owner of the Suns, is going to bring another hockey team to Arizona, whether it's going to be an expansion or he's buying a team. It was a smart move for him.
They wouldn't sell it to him. It was weird.
And I wouldn't have bought it. If I was Matt, they were 2 and dead.
Well, the whole thing is he knew what he was going to do. And he has a great vision. I like his vision as far as an owner.
Yeah, me too.
And I see
now
it.
I just need him to get a better GM for the Suns than what he got as Jones. James Jones. Yeah.
So it's Jones' fault, not the coach? Because they're not listening to the coach.
They're not listening, and this is the coach. Here's the thing. The only reason why I was in favor of Bud at first was because I was thinking Booker and him would mesh well.
No, here's what
that did not happen.
Here's what I think people thought of. He got a raw deal in Milwaukee, coach of the year, then got fired that year, took a year off, and then they realized what his brain wasn't in there because his brother was just died. So he wasn't fully coaching the team. So Milwaukee used it as an out. You're out of here. So everybody's like, oh yeah, he's gonna come bring that same system. I really don't think he wants to coach anymore. And y'all gonna shoot me for saying this, y'all Phoenix Suns fans, but Durant's a coach killer. He's a team killer and a coach killer. Durant. There's no look at his track record. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at his track record. Teams do good for a year or two with him, and then after that, it's like, okay, other than one other team, and that was the Golden State Warriors, where he had to shut up and take a back seat, and he didn't like it. Other than that, he's a coach and team killer.
Nah, here's where I disagree with you, Chulu. Tyler Perry and Oprah on BET now. Especially Tyler Perry. I think he got what, 40%?
Tyler Perry. All right. You know what? I was trying to stay away from him. I just watched that terrible ass movie, Duplicity. That's the worst goddamn movie I watched in my life. Worse than the Ben Affleck and J-Lo film. It is terrible, bro. It is terrible. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have went there, but you made me do it. You had to bring him up. I didn't want to talk about him. That movie sucks.
A lot of his movies suck.
No, that movie. Trust me, there's a reason why it went straight to Amazon and not to the theater. Now, I'm going to say this. The original storyline when the movie begins, it's heartfelt. It's going to make you have a conversation with your kids. After the halfway point, literally.
As long as they're not putting raisins in the potato salad.
Man, they putting pecans in the potato salad.
Yeah.
That's how bad the movie is. I was so mad. When my wife and I were sitting back, we decided to watch it, and it was looking good. And then all of a sudden,
any
out of nowhere,
person that comes to my house, please don't bring no potato salad, especially homemade. It won't be eaten. It'll just be thrown away. Just giving a warning.
And we're watching BET.
But black people's not on BET though.
Well, the whole thing is, what's funny is I very rarely watch TV. I know.
They got the look. BET now. BET now is the commercialized version of Tubi. A lot of the fuck shows that they got on that goddamn show on that damn network.
Well, that makes sense. I don't watch BET and I don't watch Tubi.
You know,
that makes perfect sense to me.
They got some.
It makes perfect sense.
They got a lot of fuck shows that's on there, but it's properly produced, right?
That's not Tubi.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The commercialized version. You see what I'm saying? It's the commercialized version of fucking Tubi.
All I gotta say is this: I don't watch Tubi. I don't even watch. I actually every now and then I'll get BET on the screen because my wife's watching like Sisters. I think that's called.
Another commercialized fucking Tubi show.
But is that?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So that one, and then there's some other
actually
show.
kind of decent. It kind of reminds me.
I will say the one show that I watch, but I'm clearly in tune to. I want to see how it ends, but it's not over yet. Is The Oval.
I thought that shit ended a long time ago.
I thought so too, but no, I did catch a commercial. We were watching the NCAA tournament, and a commercial came on for The Oval still. I'm like, It's still going on. I mean, I thought
And
ain't out of office.
And that shit's probably a ratchet ass Tubi fucking series now too, bro. I'm telling you, BET. Oh man,
that's like. You said when did they buy it?
Oh, when Oprah had sold OWN, she sold a lot of her rights of OWN. Tyler Perry had stepped in.
Actually, no, it's still owned by Paramount Global.
Is it? Okay, so Paramount's not selling it no more? Because I remember they were selling it, and Tyler Perry had put in an offer for $20 million more than what they were asking.
Wait, here's the big. No, he doesn't own it. While he was in sort of purchasing a stake in BT Media Group, he decided not to sell, and Perry does not own the network.
Yeah, Paramount didn't decide to sell to him.
But
that's what happened.
But Paramount, I do know he has the freedom and rights to do what he wants.
Yep.
With the
they gave him a contract instead of giving him BET. That's exactly what happened. They get Oprah sold to OWN. She sold OWN to Paramount. Right? Paramount put BET and VH1 up for sale. Tyler Perry wanted to buy that. They blocked the deal. Somebody stepped in and said, no, he can't have BET. And I guess what they did.
So she still has 5% stake in it, Harpo Studios.
She got 5%. Okay.
But she's also the CEO she's the CEO of OWN Network.
But she's 95% owner of Warner Brothers?
No. Oprah Winfrey is owned by network. OWN is owned by
95% by Warner Brothers.
5% Harpo. But Oprah is the CEO and CCO.
Okay.
So either way, she sold, but she's like, you still gonna pay me? what it used to be? Fuck you, pay me. So I want to let everybody.
But that makes sense though. What are they doing out of Harpo Studios? Not a goddamn thing.
I honestly, I can't. The thing is, I don't speak on stuff I don't know about. Now I don't know because I don't watch the networks. But my wife can tell you, my kids can tell you. I will sit there. I will watch Paramount, Peacock, all the streaming services. I will watch all of my sports on YouTube TV, and then at night I turn on YouTube TV overnight, Family Guy, because I don't let horror pictures and everything last in your spirit overnight because you don't want to have that spirit come into your dreams or anything like that. Yeah, I'm still old school in that aspect, but at the same time, BET, my wife watches. Like I said, my wife watches BET.
I paid for that BET Plus. My wife wasn't watching that shit. I said, motherfucker, we canceling this shit.
Well, she watched Tubi, don't she? You do the goddamn thing, right? I mean, if you got Max, you get some of the BET shows anyway.
Oh,
the BET shows are on Max. If you didn't know that. So if you have Max, you can watch the shows that are on BET. So there's no reason we don't own BET Plus. But I mean, now going back to what I was saying, but isn't it?
Anyway, folks, until next week, make sure y'all stay safe. Y'all still well hydrated because it's about to start getting hot.
Well, it's gonna cool off a little bit, yeah. It's gonna cool off.
And make sure you tune in next Wednesday, each and every Wednesday, because we're gonna be right here at the same time, same bat location, same
bat location. You using echolocation now? You said bat. You literally just said same bat location. You just said bat location. Who are you? You giving people your secret identity? That's why I'm black, man.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?